What did you do?
What did I do?
What did you do?
You said you needed a stroller. You ain't even the stroller.
Okay.
Because it's
why am I
blue.
putting my,
All right,
my door in a
but
blue
you should have told
stroller?
me that, and I would have replaced it. So now we're fighting over the color of the stroller?
Right.
Ms. Seuss storms in, blaming her ex's meddling mom for him denying their baby girl. Oh, honey, starting with the mother-in-law drama? Truly a classic paternity court kickoff move.
Ms. Seuss, you have dragged the defendant into court today because you say it's his mother's fault he's denying your 10-month-old daughter, Aleliana. You claim when the DNA results prove he is the father.
These teens' on-off relationship, apparently fueled by epic jealousy, with both admitting they played the field. Total shocker for kids their age, right? Said no one, ever.
So, Ms. Seuss, why has this relationship been on and off for 3 years?
So jealous and insecure about himself. Like, everywhere I go, he think I'm doing something. If I go to the store, I gotta be back in a certain time. Like, he's just crazy.
He honest, she lying. She been out there. We both out there.
They're both jealous.
Of course I'm
it.
jealous. You were my boyfriend for like almost 3 years.
And why would not be
You guys
jealous?
do the
She was
same
my
thing
girl.
to each
All
other.
right.
Ms. Seuss apparently attended a 9-hour movie with another guy, says Mr. Payne. What cinematic marathon was that? An entire film festival in one sitting?
Ms. Seuss, you did contact your ex?
Yeah, I said I care for him. I never said I loved him. He told his ex he loved her. And I did go to the movies with a boy, okay?
For
What is that?
for 9 hours. What movie is 9 hours?
Mama Kenyatta, Mr. Payne's mom, demanded a DNA test, ASAP. Ms. Seuss got pregnant super fast post-breakup, and mom was having absolutely none of it.
But instantly, when she said she was pregnant, I told her from the beginning, just because y'all broke up like that I wanted a DNA test. I did tell you from the beginning.
But I'm not gonna put no baby on somebody I don't know that's
I understand that, but it's just that, you know, they broke up, and then it really did seem like it just happened right away. Like, you know, I'm like,
I mean, we did have sex without a condom, so it probably did happen right away.
Some random supermarket lady just had to tell Kenyatta that Ms. Seuss moves around. The grocery aisle, now your top source for piping hot paternity court intel.
There was a time when someone came up to me in the supermarket, and Miss Seuss and Mr. Payne, my son knows about. A lady comes up to me and she goes, yeah, well, you're right to want a DNA test because she moves around. This lady, she knows. I came home and told him, and he told her.
Everybody got something to say about
Right,
herself.
but I don't know this lady. You understand? So it's weird for someone to just come up to me out the blue. First of all,
These two are seriously fighting over a blue stroller. Ms. Seuss refuses it for their daughter purely because of the offensive color. Peak relationship pettiness has officially been achieved.
What did you do?
What did I do?
What did you do?
You said you
It
needed
took
a
that
stroller. You
long.
ain't even put the stroller up because it's
Why am I
blue.
putting
Because
my
blue.
door in a
But
blue
you should have told me
stroller?
that, and I would have replaced it.
So now we're fighting over the color of the stroller?
Right.
Judge Lake brilliantly diagnoses their chaotic, can't live with them, can't live without them bond as pure puppy love. She absolutely nailed that immature dynamic. It's painfully accurate.
And a lot of love between the two of you, and it's puppy love. So it's new, because you all are young. You know, and when I look at them, I think about, like, remember when you're like in 3rd grade, Jerome, and the boy that always the meanest to you, that's the one that likes you.
Surprise, surprise. Ms. Seuss actually admits her messy past could easily spark those nasty rumors flying around. A tiny flicker of self-awareness, perhaps? Don't hold your breath.
Is there anything in your past that would warrant them spreading these rumors about you? There is. So that's what we're here to do, is tell the truth.
Yep.
But then when you met Mr. Payne, those things changed?
Yes.
Mr. Payne bravely vows to go 100% dad mode if the DNA test says it's his kid. Such big, bold words before the big reveal.
For it to happen, but at least it can happen today. And if it is my child, I'm gonna step up all the way, 100%. You don't gotta say good, because I know what I'm gonna do.
After all that back and forth drama, the DNA results for little Aleliana are finally in. And Mr. Payne, cue the gasps.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Payne, you are the father.
Thank you.
I'm happy.
Would you believe it? Mr. Payne actually gets emotional and apologizes to Ms. Seuss after the results. Is that actual maturity or just temporary post-verdict relief?
How do you feel in this moment as a
I
new?
just want to say sorry to her
Go ahead.
for denying it and with the stuff that I put her through.
He was the one that actually told me to get a test to see if I was pregnant. And me and him were sick together. He actually reached back out to me because he had some other situations going on, looking at pictures, and he questioned it again. He was like, are you sure the other guy is your child's father? Because he looks like me. And going through pictures, Dad, even his brothers said, yeah, he has our nose. He looks like.
Mr. Kidd and his mom storm in calling Ms. Rawlings a manipulative user. She fires back that Kidd himself said he couldn't even have kids. Off to a fiery start.
Mr. Kidd, you say Ms. Rawlings is a manipulative user who convinced you that you were the father of her son, Nathaniel, then changed her mind when someone better came along. You and your mother say Ms. Rawlings' mind games have wreaked emotional havoc on your family, and you are 100% positive you are her son's father.
Ms. Rawlings spills she only had relations with Mr. Kidd because she needed a place to crash, all while juggling another dude. Oh, the classic, conveniently homeless hookup story.
How it happened was we met through a mutual friend. I didn't know anything about Mr. Kidd starting off. My mutual friend ended up leaving, and the situation that I was in, I didn't have anywhere to go. Having relations because I was staying with him, but as, you know, everything progressed and everything started off, somehow another female came into the picture, dealing with him and another gentleman also.
Then Ms. Rawlings claims Kidd scared her with a tale of a rare blood disease that would doom her and any baby they made. Talk about a creative way to dodge diaper duty.
When I found out I was pregnant, Mr. Kidd told me himself that he had some type of rare form blood disease and that me and his child would die if I was pregnant by him.
He had a rare blood disease.
Not so fast. Kidd's mom, Ms. Jenkins, jumps in to clarify. It's just an RH factor issue, not some ancient curse. Thanks for the medical myth-busting, Mom.
It's not a rare blood disease. I am AORH negative, and he is ARH negative. If she's RH positive and doesn't get the necessity shot during the pregnancy, it could prevent her from having future children, or that child could pass away.
Grandma Jenkins saw baby Nathaniel's picture and instantly declared, "That's my son's baby." Her grandma senses were tingling, and no one could tell her otherwise.
I got a phone call from my daughter, and she said, "Mom, you need to look at this picture." She sent me a picture of the baby. I was like, who got my son's baby pictures? She said, "That's not your son." I said, "Yes, that is. I gave birth to him. I know who he is." She said, "That's his son." And I was like, "What? Hold on. No, why am I just now hearing about this?"
Looking at photos, Grandma Jenkins proudly points out Nathaniel has her lips, because clearly lips are the ultimate undeniable proof of paternity in this family.
Kidd is a teen, and Nathaniel.
Oh, he has my lips.
You think they look exactly alike, minus your lips, those are your lips.
He's got my lips.
You look exactly alike.
But wait, there's another contender. Ms. Rawlings says the other guy she was seeing also thinks baby Nathaniel is his spitting image. This kid's a popular lookalike.
He was the one that actually told me to get a test to see if I was pregnant. He actually reached back out to me because he had some other situations going on, looking at pictures, and he questioned it again. He was like, "Are you sure the other guy is your child's father? Because he looks like me." And going through pictures, Dad, even his brothers said, "Yeah, he has our nose. He looks like."
Why no father on the birth certificate? Ms. Rawlings claims she just didn't have her ID at the hospital. Sure, that old chestnut. A classic bureaucratic blunder. Definitely not strategic.
Did he sign the birth certificate?
No, because I didn't have my ID with me at the time.
So there's no one listed as father on Nathaniel's birth certificate?
No, Your Honor.
Turns out Grandma Jenkins even had temporary custody of Nathaniel for over a month when Ms. Rawlings hit a rough patch. Super Grandma to the rescue, proving her dedication.
He wasn't safe. She wasn't safe. She was trying to get her life together. She gave me the baby for a period of time with a
How long?
I had him for a month and a couple days. I got a handwritten letter of custody.
Because of the fact that I had got a job that was paying $10 an hour, and I didn't have anybody to watch him.
A real doctor shows up to say Mr. Kidd's childhood infection probably didn't make him infertile. So much for that excuse to bail on potential fatherhood. Science wins again.
He had a separate issue, which was a childhood infection. And so there are various childhood infections, from mumps to repeated urinary tract infections to STIs like gonorrhea and chlamydia. Those can cause inflammation in the testicles, which then causes scarring. So if the infection is appropriately treated, then the fertility rates are normal.
And the results are in. After all the medical drama and finger pointing, Mr. Kidd, cue the confetti and the emotional grandma tears.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Kidd, you are the father.
When I got my 4-year-old son back not too long ago, out of nowhere, Your Honor, he telling me, "But that ain't my daddy."
But you got a whole girlfriend, so what am I doing now?
But that ain't my daddy. I said, "Who your mom boyfriend?" He said, "Yeah."
G's daddy, but it's not my daddy.
It might be G daddy, but you my daddy, is what he telling me. So I called her, I just summed it up. You shut up.
Wedding's off. He's denying the baby, and she's suing him for car money. Ms. Greenhouse isn't playing. She wants that DNA and her $750 back pronto.
You summoned Mr. Thompson to court for a DNA test for your 7-month-old son, G. You claim he has neglected his responsibilities as a father since you called off the wedding last month. Additionally, you are also suing Mr. Thompson for $750, the amount of the down payment you put on a vehicle for him.
Mr. Thompson's excuse? She supposedly confessed to a little side action a week before they reconnected. Oh, the classic, but she cheated first defense playbook.
Mr. Thompson, you claim Ms. Greenhouse confessed to having sexual intercourse with another man 1 week before you reconnected from a break.
Yes, yeah.
You say it's impossible that you are her child's father.
11 years of on again, off again, 2 kids later, and now Ms. Greenhouse realizes he's insecure and disrespectful? Girl, that epiphany was seriously overdue.
I was gonna marry Gregory. We were dating for 11 years off and on. I have a 4-year-old son by Gregory, and I also have a 7-month-old by Gregory. I called off the wedding because he's insecure and he's disrespectful, and I don't wanna marry someone like that.
Mr. Thompson doubles down, claiming when baby G was supposedly conceived, Ms. Greenhouse was juggling multiple partners. The shade is real, folks.
When
Hold on, Mr. Thompson. So you're saying when you made G, meaning you are G's father, you believe, or you?
At the time we conceived him, or supposedly conceived him, she was still having sex with most partners
That's a
at
lie.
the time.
You asked me who did I have sex. It was never most partners,
It's
so
not
don't
a
ever
lie.
come at me like that. You asked me
It's
who did I
not a
have
lie.
sex
What I
with.
do? What I do?
Grandma Susan chimes in that she's the family ATM, bankrolling this chaotic duo with rent and car payments just to keep them together. What a saintly enabler.
If I have, I've given him millions. Should have.
Okay, and what's the problem with me giving my family?
I should
What's
have.
the problem with me giving?
Dressing your
Okay,
family.
then.
What I am
Okay,
telling
then.
you, family,
Then give you money.
is
When I
when
do
it's
it, we
all
not
said and
hurting.
done, I help them as much as I can with rent. You know it, lights, car payments, whatever they need, whatever I can do to keep family together, I will do.
Plot twist from Ms. Greenhouse's sister. Greg apparently told Christy to man shut up and refused a DNA test at the hospital, acting all excited. Interesting.
Hi, my name is Shantae Gunnels. I'm Kristen Greenhouse's youngest sister. I'm only here because I was there during the time that Chrissy and Greg rekindled their relationship. When it came up to them going to the hospital to have G, they brought in the paperwork, the affidavit stuff. She was like, are you sure you want to do that? We can get a DNA test. Greg said, man, shut up. Like, he was excited, like, man, shut up, for what?
Their 4-year-old son allegedly told Mr. Thompson about mom's boyfriend, saying, that ain't my daddy, but you my daddy. Kids have zero filter, spilling all the tea.
When I got my 4-year-old son back not too long ago, he going out of nowhere.
But you got a whole girlfriend, so what am I doing now?
But that ain't my talking about. I said, who your mom boyfriend? He said, yeah.
What you mean is you felt like he was saying it's G's daddy,
Wherever
but
she
it's
been
not
having time
my
to play a
daddy.
father figure. It might be G daddy, but you my daddy, is what he telling me. So I called her, I just summed it up. You shut up.
Grandma Susan's scientific analysis. Baby G looks exactly like Chrissy and lacks the signature Thompson extra large head. The head size paternity test, it's revolutionary.
G does look exactly like Chrissy. He does.
And SJ.
This boy has an extra large head. His daddy do, his brothers do. He don't have it. And that might sound a little crazy, a little harsh, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just being honest. As far as him not taking care of his child, Greg is a darn good dad.
Ms. Greenhouse's $750 car payment lawsuit denied. The judge said no proof of a payback deal, and the car was for the family. Ouch, that stings.
You're asking the court to award you $750 because you say you made a down payment on a car for Mr. Thompson. Am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So this is a receipt for a deposit on a Chevy Impala 2008 for $750.
Yes, ma'am.
You're saying you put this down payment down on a car.
No, not for Greg, for our family at the time.
After all the head-scratching theories, and he said, she said, the DNA results are in. Mr. Thompson.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Thompson, you are the father.
When I got back in the
That's
car,
why
I sat
it was
next
two
to
of us in
him.
the car.
I sat next to him, and he looked at the ultrasound pictures, and he said, damn, he got a big-ass head. That's what he said.
Wait a minute. So
Showing me the ultrasound
he
pictures.
said it.
I
He got
remember
amnesia
that
now.
day exactly.
Yeah, he got amnesia since we here. He don't remember none of this now.
Elementary school sweethearts reconnect, have a fling, and boom. Baby, now he claims she's promiscuous, and the kid can't be his. Ah, romance.
you say after an encounter with your elementary school sweetheart, you ended up pregnant. You say the defendant has gone through great lengths to deny he is the father of your son, Christian. You say Ms. Rogers is promiscuous and it was only a casual fling. You say she has even slept with some of your friends and therefore it is impossible you are the father of her baby.
Her version? A chance meeting, some laughs, then straight to Nyada Nyada at her friend's place, followed by an encore at his house. Efficient reunion, I guess.
I met him in elementary school. We was friends. I kind of moved away after a while. One day, after some years of being apart, was at my friend's house chilling, and he walked through the door, and I'm like, really? Of all places, he had to walk into where I'm at. So we was talking, laughing, joking about old times, how you been, catching up and stuff. We went back to my friend's house with her boyfriend, and we had sex that day.
The great condom debate. He swears they were wrapped up every single time. She's like, not quite, honey, especially that one time.
We separated from everybody. We started talking. Yes, we ended up leaving from one of my friend's house, went to her friend's house. We did have sex, but we had a condom on.
No.
When we left that house, we went home, went to my house. We had a condom on.
We had a condom on, yes. In the bathroom at my friend's house, yes, we had a condom on. Yes, the first time we went to his house, yes, we did have a condom on. Not every time I had sex with him, we wore a condom.
Plot twist. Ms. Rogers says the one time they didn't use protection was during a threesome with him and his actual girlfriend. My jaw's on the floor.
Did you have unprotected sex
One time,
with
Your
Ms.
Honor.
Stone?
It was not one time.
And that was in the threesome.
It was not one time. It was
In
not
the
one time.
where?
And the threesome between me, her, and...
We had a threesome. The night I found out that he had a girlfriend, we had a threesome.
Jerome, at first I thought he said in the freezer.
Mr. Stone claims his buddies compared notes on her, with one alleging encounters right before and after Stone. She just calls them all liars. Boy drama.
I never saw no boys lap.
Couple
He's
of
a
months later
liar.
when she...
Your friends were talking, Mr. Stone.
Yes.
And you all basically compared notes?
No.
All lying together.
I told him, like, I knew Destiny for a while, you feel me? So, yeah, I told her, we did this, we did that. So I'm like, oh, really?
No.
You feel me? He broke it down to me like, yeah, we did it the day before. I want to say 3 days after.
She found out she was pregnant while trying to get a birth control shot. Already a mom to 18-year-old twins. This lady is fertile, folks.
Facts surrounding this situation. How'd you find out you were pregnant?
I went to the doctor to get my birth control shot because I know I'm having sex, so I'm like, I need to go because I don't want to have no more kids.
Anymore?
I have twins.
18 years old with 3 children?
Yes.
Ms. Rogers swears he saw the ultrasound and even commented on their baby's big-ass head. Mr. Stone, total memory blank on that one, conveniently.
When I got back in the car, I sat next to him. I sat next to him, and he looked at the ultrasound pictures. And he said, damn, he got a big-ass head. That's what he said.
I don't remember you showing me no ultrasound pictures.
He said it. He said it.
And so you don't remember any of this, Mr. Stone?
He got
remember
amnesia
that
now.
day.
He got amnesia since we here. He don't remember none of this now.
Backpedal alert. After insisting Stone was the father, Ms. Rogers admits she did tell him early on there might be a possibility of someone else.
Really saying that he really felt like this wasn't his baby. His family members that came over said that my baby looked just like him.
Well, Miss Rogers, you are saying now that you told him there's a possibility there could be someone else, but you came to court today saying you know for sure.
I do know for sure. I said then in that conversation that it might be a possibility.
After all the finger pointing and wild accusations, DNA results are finally here. For baby Christian, Mr. Stone.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Stone, you are not the father.
Ms. Rogers did not take the news well, snapping, "You proved I'm such the hoe you think I am." Yikes, someone's feeling a bit defensive.
Miss Rogers probably can use a friend, but a real friend. Not one that's getting her into situations that's gonna negatively affect her future, but one that will build her up and remind her what's possible.
Always.
But you only had sex one time?
Just that one night on her birthday when her and him
And
got
the
into
protection
it.
broke?
I don't remember protection broke. I was buzzing a little, but I don't remember no protection broke.
She drags him to court because he only buys diapers for their baby. He says, why should I? She cheated with the neighbor. Off to a classy start, folks.
You are suing to prove to Mr. Henderson that he is the father of your 7-month-old daughter, Zion. You say that when the results prove you right, you expect Mr. Henderson to step up. Mr. Henderson, you claim your case is simple. You say Ms. Nesbitt cheated on you with her neighbor during the window of conception, and he is Zion's biological father.
Plot twist. Ms. Nesbitt herself had doubts and told him not to sign the birth certificate. But our man Henderson apparently snuck and signed it anyway.
You know that's your child. You've been knowing from the beginning. You signed the birth certificate. You even snuck down the stairs and signed it without my permission. You know the baby yours. I went downstairs to go get my birth certificate and his name was on there. I told him not from the beginning, but he snuck anyways and signed his name on there.
Oh, you had asked him previously not to sign it because you had doubts yourself.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Henderson even lied to his own dad about getting a DNA test at the hospital. His excuse? I didn't want him all in my business. Smooth operator.
Your Honor, he even lied to his father and told him that he got a DNA at the hospital when he didn't.
Why would you tell your dad you had a DNA test and you didn't?
Your Honor, because I didn't want him all in my business.
Oh,
Hold up. Ms. Nesbitt says Henderson slept with his own cousin and had a baby with her. She found out via an inbox message. This family tree is a wreath.
Well, let me tell you how it all began. He had sex with his cousin, and I felt very vulnerable about it.
Yes, I did, but that was before her. She already knew about that.
Okay.
Yes, let me tell you how it all began. You know, I received the inbox telling me she said that she had sex with my little black car and they had a baby.
Her paternity math. A year of unprotected nyada nyada with Henderson. Nothing. One night with neighbor Mr. Brown. Bam, pregnant 2 weeks later. The neighbors got that super sperm, apparently.
This could be his child.
Well, I doubted because we was having unprotected sex for a year straight, and all of a sudden I had sex one time with Mr. Brown, and I ended up getting pregnant 2 weeks later.
Neighbor Mr. Brown's story. He comforted her after a fight with Henderson. This comfort included a massage that led to other places. Just some friendly birthday sexy time, obviously.
That night.
Well, me and Mr. Henderson, we got into an argument, and it led in my apartment hallway, and Mr. Brown, so he came to my door, he comforted me, and it led off to him coming in, giving me a massage, and led off to me. It was just like birthday sex, that was about it.
The great condom debate. She told Henderson it broke with Brown. Brown's memory? I don't remember no protection broke. It was busting a little bit. Intriguing details.
Did she also say I had slept with Mr. Brown?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, she did?
She told me she used the condom, Your Honor. And then not too long ago, she told me the condom broke, Your Honor.
But you only had sex the one time?
Just that one night on her birthday when her and him
the
got into
protection
it.
broke?
I don't remember protection broke. I was buzzing a little bit, but I don't remember no protection broke.
Ms. Nesbitt, queen of confusion, told neighbor Brown the baby could be you or Don's. Then later, she's 100% sure it's Henderson's. Girl, pick a story.
She had texted me and told me, I got something to tell you. I'm like, tell me. She's like, I'm embarrassed. I'm like, don't be embarrassed, tell me. She was like, I'm pregnant, it could be you or Don, baby.
Like more of 100% sure that it's Don.
These fellas were even duking it out on Facebook. Neighbor Brown apparently told Henderson, hey bro, come get your child. Social media keeping it classy, as always.
Now you having a Facebook?
Wasn't no Facebook fruits. I just told him, like, bro, come get your child, you feel me? This is not my child. She's telling me that this child is not mine.
Results time.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Brown, you are not her.
Oh!
Sit down, Mr. Brown.
I believe that she knows that Jonathan is going to do what is right, loves the baby, and he is going to step up and be the father that she needs. And I feel like because she knows that is why we are in the situation we are in.
So you basically believe Ms. Lohman has chosen Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
These fiancés are in court because if baby London ain't his, Mr. Mitchell says next month's wedding is canceled. Talk about high-stakes DNA results.
You are in court today hoping and praying your fiancé, Mr. Mitchell, is the biological father of your daughter, London. And you and your mother are here to prove it. You say today's DNA results will determine the future of your family together.
Ms. Lohman admits she did hedge her bets, telling Mitchell there was a possibility London might not be his. Always read the fine print, buddy.
He will tell me, no, I don't think she is.
But you've also told him that she's not.
No, I have never actually told Jonathan that he was not. I told him there was a possibility that he might not, but I have never for sure told him he hasn't been.
Their love story? He moved in with her family. Then they started hooking up while she still had another boyfriend. Sneaky, living under one roof.
I was really happy when he got away from that.
Were you single at that time?
No, Your Honor. I had a boyfriend at the time. After about 2 months of him living with me and my family, we were sitting on the couch one day just talking, and he kissed me. Told him, I have a boyfriend, we can't do this. And he just kind of shrugged it off and said, okay. About a week after that, we were in the pool, and we were swimming under the water, and he kissed me under the water, and I came up, and I didn't stop it.
And get this, her clueless ex-boyfriend still has no idea she was having a secret affair with Mr. Mitchell the entire time. That's some serious undercover work.
So what was that situation like?
He never found out, and to this day, he still doesn't know.
He does not know to this day that you were also sleeping with Mr. Mitchell.
Right.
Ms. Lohman's scientific approach to paternity. Slept with Mitchell every day, but the ex only once or twice during conception window. Surely it's Mitchell's, right?
I had went to the doctor and confirmed that I was pregnant, and then on my second doctor's appointment, I asked, do you have an estimate of when I conceived, because I can't tell you the exact date. And she told me I conceived somewhere between October 12th and October 22nd. And I got to looking back at date, and I had sex with Mr. Mitchell more times than I had sex with my ex. I had sex with Mr. Mitchell about every day and only once or twice with my ex.
Bless her heart. She swears baby London is his clone. Same eyes, same long lashes. He's like, blue eyes and nice lashes don't make me a dad. Fair point.
And then after she was born, I was like, Mr. Mitchell, she looks just like you. I was like, she has your eyes, the same exact eye color. My ex had light blue eyes. Jonathan has dark blue eyes. London has dark blue eyes.
That Mr. Mitchell is her biological father.
Not only that, Your Honor, my ex had little to no eyelashes. Mr. Mitchell has extremely long, thick eyelashes, and my daughter London does as well.
She's a girl, she can just get it.
Mr. Mitchell's cousin throws shade, suspecting Ms. Lohman just chose Mitchell as the more reliable baby daddy option. The family smells a strategic play.
I believe that she knows that Jonathan is going to do what is right, loves the baby, and he is going to step up and be the father that she needs. Like, because she knows that is why we are in the situation we are in.
So you basically believe Ms. Lohman has chosen Mr. Mitchell.
Yes.
And the other potential dad, the ex, poof, vanished into thin air. Blocked everyone, family can't find him. How very convenient for Ms. Lohman's theory.
Absolutely nothing with his life.
We have no idea where he's even at.
I have no contact with him. I even tried to speak to his father, and his father has no idea. He hasn't seen him in 6 months.
Oh, goodness.
We don't know where he's at.
He will not talk to me. He has told all his friends, do not let them. He won't let me get in contact with them to get in contact with him. I've tried, just...
These two got engaged while she was pregnant with London, even with this massive paternity cloud looming, because nothing says stable future like a pre-baby DNA gamble.
We were in Indiana with a family member of Mr. Mitchell's, and Mr. Mitchell took me on a walk. We were under a beautiful bridge, and he proposed to me.
So he proposed to you, and you said yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Even in spite of this paternity question?
Yes, Your Honor.
The moment of truth. After all that hope and crossed fingers, the DNA results declare Mr. Mitchell.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Mitchell, you are not the father.
You don't understand. I have 3 other kids that I take care of by myself.
Right, and you've had this same problem previously.
But I made sure that I wasn't gonna do it again. Like, I made sure that you was gonna be the only person with my ex.
You have? Yes. With your ex. So one of your other children, there was a paternity question surrounding that.
Yes.
Mr. Dark kicks off calling Ms. Bailey a promiscuous liar. She fires back he's a deadbeat who knows he's the dad. Gloves are off from the start.
Mr. Dark, you say the defendant is a promiscuous liar who broke your heart 4 years ago, stepping out on your then relationship. You admit to having a one-night stand with her 2 years ago, but are furious. Ms. Bailey is now claiming you fathered her 11-month-old son, which you say is impossible.
Years ago, Ms. Bailey's own best friend ratted her out to Mr. Dark for cheating while he was away. With friends like these, who needs enemies?
I left to go out of town to do some work. I was working out of town, out of state, as a matter of fact. I went to Florida to do some work in Florida. But when I come back, she was doing her best friend's hair at the house. So I, told her that I was gonna walk to the store for a second to grab some things. Her best friend came running out of the door to like, hey, Terrence, wait up for a second, I'm gonna go to the store with you. Her friend started to tell me a story. She was like, well, I just wanna tell you something. She was like, well, the whole time that you was gone, she was cheating on you.
Baby Jameer's November birthday means a February conception. Mr. Dark swears they only hooked up in March. Ms. Bailey's attempt to explain the dates? Pure gibberish.
You kept having sex until
2016.
It was like early March.
You have sex and you didn't use protection?
No.
ma'am.
When was Jameer born?
November 13th.
If Jameer's birth date is November 13, 2016, then that means the conception window would be February 17th, February 24th, 2016.
Right.
He claims Ms. Bailey pulled a fast one at the hospital, pressuring him to sign the birth certificate immediately, or baby wouldn't get his last name. High-pressure sales tactics.
And the reason why I signed the birth certificate, to answer your question, is because you told me at the hospital that if I didn't sign it right then I wouldn't have another opportunity to sign it. That's what you told me right there at the hospital.
No, I didn't force you to sign it. You signed it on your own.
If I didn't sign it, what was gonna happen?
Deja vu. Ms. Bailey casually admits this isn't her first paternity rodeo. A previous ex was proven not to be the father of another child. Patterns, anyone?
You don't understand. I have 3 other kids that I take care of by myself.
Right. And you've had this same problem previously.
But I made sure that I wasn't gonna do it again. I made sure that you was gonna be the only person.
Ms. Bailey, have you been in a paternity situation before?
I have, with my ex.
You have?
Yes.
With your ex. So one of your other children, there was a paternity question surrounding that.
Yes.
Plot twist from the new new girlfriend, her baby with Dark is due almost the exact same time as Jameer was, just a year later. That February conception window is popular.
Well, my due date is November 19th. My conception date is February 24th.
And we're now 1 year later, but what you're saying is that you have a similar due date as the one that was presented for as when Jameer was born.
Yes.
Mr. Dark denied seeing Bailey while with Yana, but Yana interjects, probably not because I did come over and have intercourse with me. Oops, busted by your own girl.
Are you an attached man now? Okay, have you been dealing with her while you were attached?
No, ma'am. But it probably not because I did.
Yes, he was. Yes, because he come over and have sex with me.
That's a lie, Your Honor. I got text messages there.
Ms. Bailey tearfully reveals she grew up without parents and desperately wants Jameer to have a father. Her pain is real, even amidst the chaos.
What are you hoping for, Ms. Bailey?
That he step up, that he do for my baby. Like, I don't understand. And I grew up without my parents, so I want him to be there for Jameer.
So you're saying you grew up without your parents?
I did, and it was very hard for me.
I can only imagine.
And it was very hard.
You do not want that for your son?
No.
Judge Lake lays down the law. Mr. Dark, you signed that birth certificate, making you the legal dad, child support and all. No easy take-backsies.
Even if he has not bought him something, he will be buying him things and paying child support because you put your name on that birth certificate, and that makes you the legal father. You do understand that, right?
After all the he said, she said, and timeline trickery, the DNA results are in.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Dark, you are the father.